Hi guys, it's Max from HighOnAndroid.com, where we get on Android every day. Anyway, I know one of you guys asked me, at Sacha Obado said, "Hey Max, I'm a great fan of High on Android. Will you be reviewing Verizon Unlimited plan for $80? And I said, sure, I'll make a video later. So here's the video. Today we're going to talk about, should you switch to Verizon Unlimited? Let's go ahead and take a look. Alright guys, first of all, I do use all four networks, AT&T, T-Mobile, Sprint, and Verizon. So I'll be a very good person to tell you about the unlimited plans on different networks. Now, the two networks I use the most is actually T-Mobile and Verizon. About 2 or 3 years ago, I switched to T-Mobile Unlimited, alright? And T-Mobile is upgrading a lot of their towers. T-Mobile 4G LTE was really fast, very reliable here in SF Bay Area. And I really enjoy the high, fast download speeds and upload speeds. Now, over the years, especially in the last 6 months, especially when I was traveling to New York, Las Vegas, and I felt like T-Mobile became congested because they were doing really well. They get a lot of customers. So in the recent years, even though I had T-Mobile Unlimited, I signed up. That was actually a month ago. I got tired of T-Mobile's congested 4G LTE network. So I actually signed up for 12 gigabytes per month on Verizon. That was just last month, and I'm paying $100 for like 12 gigabyte data. Now, Verizon just announced Unlimited today. It's only $80 a month, and basically you get 20 gigs for $80. There's actually no such thing as unlimited, because if you look at the fine print, even T-Mobile's Unlimited, it says something like 25 gigabytes or something. So once you go over, they have every right to throttle you to 3G, HSPA, or even down to Edge. Alright, so I really want you guys to realize there's no such thing as free unlimited. Alright, somebody is paying for that. Whether that's Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, someone is paying for your unlimited data. So in reality, there's actually no unlimited data. You're always paying for a certain amount of data. Alright, in case with T-Mobile and Verizon's Unlimited, you're really paying for a monthly price of 20 gigabytes. Of course, if you go over, sometimes they don't throttle you, but you really have to look at it in terms of that. Alright, so which one is better? Okay, for T-Mobile, I'm paying $100 a month, 2 lines, unlimited data, text, calls in the US, all that stuff. What I like about T-Mobile isn't actually their unlimited plan, but I actually really love their international plan because I went to Korea, I went to Spain, I went to Thailand. Whenever I'm traveling overseas, T-Mobile always offer, ever since a few years ago, they offer edge speeds, free data, which means you're not going to be able to watch Netflix on it, but you'll be able to, read your emails, go on Twitter, all the little data stuff. So that I really liked about it, and Verizon actually stepped up. They're actually offering some of the similar things now. So which one is actually better? See, here's the thing you guys don't realize. It's not about the price, all right? It's not about unlimited. What's really about is which network is less congested. Verizon, I'm seeing great speeds right now. When 4G LTE first came out on Verizon, it was really congested. Back then, T-Mobile wasn't doing really well. Verizon had all the customers. And that's why even though they had the best 4G LTE network, sometimes it would just slow down to a halt. Now, over the last few years, I noticed T-Mobile took a lot of Verizon's customers. So the same thing is happening to T-Mobile. So really what you want to do is switch carriers at the right time. So you switch to a less congested network to really take advantage of their unlimited service. So right now, as of today, Verizon's Unlimited plan is way better, way less congested, and overall, Verizon has much better 4G LTE coverage. All right, and Verizon covers a lot of rural areas, countryside where you don't get T-Mobile signals. Most of the time, Verizon will get those signals. Now, it's the same thing applies. It really depends where you live. In some places, I notice I get perfect 4G LTE T-Mobile signals while my Verizon drops to 3G. So depending on where you work, where you use your phone the most, you need to figure out which network works best for you. So there's a lot of factors involved, but the bottom line, if you really want to enjoy the fastest unlimited speeds, I would go with Verizon right now. I actually signed up for Verizon because I noticed that T-Mobile started, just slowing down. I was in New York a couple months ago. I was at Times Square, New York City, at T-Mobile's flagship store, and I did a bunch of speed tests when there was a lot of people, when there was no one around during midnight, and I actually scoped a lot of that. And we noticed these 4G LTE speeds that were just horrible, all right? The fact that T-Mobile can't even fix that is because they have so many customers. For T-Mobile, John Legere, I know your business is doing great. That's great. All these carriers, remember, they will sell these unlimited plans for a while until they have a lot of customers, and they'll cut you off. They'll stop selling it, and then it becomes a grandfather plan. Some people have it, some people don't. Maybe Verizon started losing customers since a few years ago, and now they have more bandwidth than the number of customers that are using that bandwidth. So now they're trying to get those customers back from T-Mobile, offering you unlimited. So it really boils down to going to the less congested network with better pricing. So right now, Verizon is definitely winning. $80 for unlimited, not a bad deal. For 2 lines, I'm not sure how much it is, but if you're just using 1 line and you absolutely use a ton of data and you want to just get rid of your home Wi-Fi, then I would definitely go with Verizon. So right now, I have unlimited on both T-Mobile and Verizon, and T-Mobile just really sucking it. Starting a few months ago, I constantly drop down to HSPA+. My 4G LTE speeds are fast, but everything else is slow. Sometimes the speed test is really fast, but they throttle you on everything like video and, based on ports. I don't know what's happening with T-Mobile, but they have a really congested problem. They have too many customers, not enough bandwidth. You really don't want to jump into that pool right now. If you're thinking about switching carriers and you need unlimited, Verizon is definitely the way to go right now. Now that will be the case until they get congested, they get more customers, and then it will be another carrier. But as of today, I can assure you, you won't go wrong with Verizon. So definitely try Verizon. If the price is right for you, I'll definitely go with that. As far as T-Mobile, it's been a great fun with you, John Legere. But recently, my T-Mobile speeds have been getting slower and slower. And if you guys notice and you're a T-Mobile customer, definitely let me know. I know some people have told me T-Mobile is still very good in their areas. For me, it's like they removed some towers from my, around my house. I was getting 4G LTE. Now I'm just getting HSPA Plus sometimes. Anyway, I'll do an update every time, these changes come, because I'm always testing 4G LTE networks, especially when I travel. Also check out all my 4G LTE speed videos. I do a lot of them. I think I actually do most of them on the YouTube these days. So definitely check those out. I'll have an update on this. Now, I forgot to mention the most important part of this video. If you go with Verizon, Verizon is a CDMA network, which means you'll be stuck with Verizon phones, all right? One of the good things about using a network like T-Mobile or even AT&T or any network with GSM, that you can buy an unlocked phone. Like, let's say I want to buy an unlocked phone on eBay, put my SIM card in, and boom, you're ready to go. With Verizon, you're very, very limited in the number of phones you can buy. You can only buy Verizon phones. You can never use an unlocked phone from another country, for example, on eBay. So it really limits you, and also resale value of Verizon phones are a lot less than GSM phones, obviously because not everybody can use Verizon phones. Now, most of the Verizon phones can be used as a world phone. You can pop your GSM SIM and use it, but you will lose 4G LTE, as 4G LTE on Verizon phones, they only work on Verizon's 4G LTE network most of the time. So another thing to think about, especially if you travel often, but if you're in the US the whole time, Verizon may be the way to go. They always have all the flagships. Now, they do have locked bootloaders also a lot of times. A lot of things to think about. And I hope this video helps you in choosing your next unlimited carrier. All right, as far as Sprint and AT&T, meh, here in SF Bay Area. Anyway, have a great day, folks. And as always, stay on Android.
Click here to subscribe.